Hi guys, and welcome to a new reading vlog. I woke up this morning and I was feeling so excited to start a new book. I'm actually filming a separate reading vlog right now, but I feel like if you're in the mood to read something, you need to immediately pick it up. So the book that I really want to read today is Fallen City by Adrienne. This is her newest release. It came out in November. It's a YA fantasy. I have read 3 books by Adrienne so far. I've read the first book in her, I don't know if it's her debut, but it's like one of her earlier like YA fantasy series. The book is called Fable. And then I've also read her 2 adult fantasy. Well, they're more like magical realism books. The Unmaking of June Farrell and Spells for Forgetting. I enjoy her adult books more, but as I mentioned, I think Fable is like one of her debut or earlier release books. So I'm very excited to see how her writing has evolved and improved since then. I don't know what this book is about, except that I think it's like Roman inspired. And then the quote at the back of this book sounds like it's gonna be painful, but I'm here for it, I'm ready, and I just cannot wait to dive right into this book. I have now made it to about 100 pages in Fallen City, so let's discuss my thoughts so far. This story starts out with a war. Our 2 main characters, they are currently in opposing sides of this war. The male main character, Luca, he is one of the people leading the rebellion group, while the female main character, Maris, she is part of these people called the magistrates. They are highly ranked people who are governing and judging the people in the city. So the war is happening in the present, but we're also getting a past timeline. And in this past timeline, you're gradually learning about the situation, you're learning about how the city functions, what are the governing structures, and you also slowly learn about what led to the rebellion. In terms of magic system, it's not really mentioned in the summary of the book, so I'm not gonna touch on it because I don't want to spoil this book. I will say first 100 pages, I do feel like not a lot is happening, but why I'm really liking the book is probably the characters and their interactions. For some reason, I find it so interesting. And I also like how the story gives you like little bits of information, whether it's about the world building, whether it's about family interactions, or even lore on the gods and goddesses. Like I like how the story kind of gradually feeds you like little bits of information as you keep on reading. I know from reading the author's adult books that she has a way with setting up the atmosphere, and she did it again in this book. Like I can vividly imagine some of the scenarios that's happening. It's bringing up those movies with Roman or Greek Empire settings that I used to watch in the past. With the romance, as I mentioned, our 2 main characters are currently on opposing sides, so they're not interacting yet in the present, but we get glimpses of their interactions in the past, and I'm liking their chemistry. It's kind of like a slow built tension and a little bit of yearning, which is, my favorite kind of romance. 100 pages in, I just feel like there is still so much more to unpack in this story, and I just feel so excited to keep reading this. Honestly, feel like I'm gonna fly through this book. So I'm gonna read more tonight, and I'll come back tomorrow to give you guys another update. It's Monday morning now. I wanted to give you guys a quick update on Fallen City before I head to work. I've made it to halfway through this book. I'm at page 200 right now. I feel like not a lot happened in this book in terms of the plot progression. As I mentioned, in the present, they're navigating through this current war, but it's mostly them like talking and sort of strategizing. I'm definitely more interested in the past timeline because we get more like character background. We learn about their family, the politics, and some lore, and we slowly lead up towards what caused the rebellion to happen. I do feel like this book is more telling than showing. And I know I said I didn't want to spoil the magic system, but there's not even that much information about the magic. However, despite all those like sort of negative things I just said, I actually really enjoyed this book. I just flew through the pages. It's so easy to read. What stood out to me are definitely the characters. They have very strong presence. And I also like the tension. It feels like a historical drama. And I like the romance as well. I mean, it's not romance heavy, but I like the little bits of romance and yearning. And I also did mention it was kind of like a slow built romance, but as soon as I said that, our main characters very quickly fall into a relationship. So I guess it is kind of insta lovey, but it works for me because I think they have really good chemistry. I don't know, maybe if somebody else read this book, they'll have a different opinion. I'm gonna try to read a little bit more this morning before I head to work, and then I'll give you guys another update soon. Hey guys, I have now finished reading Fallen City. I think I've already said everything that I wanted to say about this book, except the romance. I mentioned that I like the romance, but I think towards the end I started to feel a little bit unsure of the romance because certain actions by certain characters made me feel that the romance maybe just doesn't seem as authentic. Overall, I would recommend this book if you want a Roman-inspired fantasy romance with more focus on the characters rather than the plot development. And as I already mentioned, I also think the author does a great job in setting the atmosphere. This book also did remind me a little bit of Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross, except we're on the side of the humans because our characters are humans. Yeah, I think this book really worked well for me. I definitely read it at the right time. I was in the mood for it, and I'm excited to pick up the second book whenever it comes out. I'm going to end this reading vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me reading and reviewing Fallen City by Adrienne. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I will see you guys next time.